Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is watcharc. My name is Simone. I am a 21-year-old Italian broke watch enthusiast, and this video is not going to be a review because we are going to be talking about this watch, which is the SEIKO FLIGHTMASTer. It's the favorite watch that I have into my collection, but I can't recommend you guys to buy it because it's a 30-year-old watch and I don't feel comfortable talking about vintage pieces and telling you guys to go out there and buy one. But it's so good and I love it so much, and I think it's so interesting that I want you guys to see it. There are a couple of ways in which you can buy this one. There are a couple of them online, and the pricing is not that bad either. It's around 200-300 euros. It's not a bad price, but you have to factor in the fact that you are not going to be able to source parts for the movement in the case you have to service it, or the case itself, the crystal. It's all very hard to find. So obviously it's a risky purchase. I have not purchased this watch. I found this watch in my house because this belongs to my dad actually, but now it's mine. So it's a great watch. I love it, I adore it. I love how it feels on the wrist. I love how it looks. It's an amazing watch. I just don't feel like I can recommend you buy one, but if you want to buy one, you might want to stick around and look how good this watch looks, because it's amazing and I adore it. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into the review. So the first thing you notice when looking at this watch is how good this dial is and how busy it is. And actually guys, I lied to you. This is not officially called the FLIGHTMASTer, although the modern FLIGHTMASTer is basically a direct correlation to this one, and this is basically its daddy. And this has got really the DNA of the FLIGHTMASTer, and all the SEIKO fans call this one the FLIGHTMASTer. But this is not officially a FLIGHTMASTer. This is a flight computer, and you can see why that name is so fitting, because you have got so many features on this watch, and this is why I adore it, which is not usual for me. I tend to prefer watches that are a little bit more simple, but this one is really amazing. The first feature that you notice is the bezel, which can be used to calculate time of travel, or like how much gas you've got left in your tank, or you know, the tip to give to a waiter, and all of that is very useful, except that in the modern age it's not going to be that useful and you're never going to use all those features. But it's very cool, it looks amazing, it's very unusual, and it reminds me a lot of the Breitling Navitimer, which is a watch I adore, so it's cool to have that one. Then you've got the chronograph. The chronograph feature is kind of expected in pilot's watches that are a bit more modern. What's cool about this chronograph is that you've got a 30 minutes chronograph, which is not ideal. I would prefer to have like an hour chronograph, but what's cool is that the hand of the chronograph ticks 5 times a second, not 1, and it's cool. It's like the newest FLIGHTMASTer or the SEIKO Mega Quartz movements, and I love it. I love to have that feel of mechanical, even though this is clearly quartz, and it's cool because you have got the good things that quartz puts on the table, like reliability, dependability, the fact that it's really a grab and go piece, but you have that cool look, at least in the chronograph, of having a mechanical chronograph, which is really expensive, so I wouldn't be able to afford one. So it's really cool, that thing. Another feature, yeah, I know there are a lot of them, is the alarm. The alarm, it's not really useful to wake you up because it's not really that loud, but it's cool to have it, and it's useful to remind you that you have to do something. I don't know if I explain myself well enough, but you get the point. Don't rely on this if you want to wake you up, but it's cool to have if you want to have a little reminder throughout the day. And on the same subdial you have got the second time zone, which is really useful, and plus you've got a date. The date is really weird. It's not a date, it doesn't have a date wheel. On the subdial you've got all the days and an indicator that points to the right day. It's not the most legible version of a date complication that I have ever seen, but it's cool. Everything about this dial, it's amazing. I love the hands, which are really easy to spot on the dial. This is the most legible watch that I own because this really do contrast well with the matte black dial. The case build could be better, the bracelet could be better for sure. The end links on this example are completely all over the place now. I should probably replace them, but as I said, it's not that easy. The end links are completely loose right now. It's barely unusable. The clasp, it's really one of those nasty SEIKO clasps, and the bracelet is not bad. It's got solid links, but it's not the best. The case construction is really simple, all brushed, no fuss thrown around. This is really a tool watch. This is the definition of a tool watch. This should have 150 meters of water resistance, but my watchmaker basically told me don't get this one even close to water because water would blow this one. So okay, that's sad. I would have loved to have that peace of mind in addition to all the features, but it is what it is. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video, which is has been a bit of a different video than usual. Next week we are having a normal review, so stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to showcase you guys my favorite watch currently, and plus a couple of you have requested it, so I wanted to deliver to you guys this review, so was not a review. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the style of video, click subscribe. If you like the video itself, click like. Comment down below your thoughts about vintage watches. Would you recommend buying vintage watches? I have a couple of problems with that. And second of all, what do you think about the Flightmaster range in general and this example in particular? I would love to hear your thoughts. So guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been watcharc. My name is Simone. I am a 21-year-old Italian broke watch enthusiast.